Hi everyone, this is Erish Digisman and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today's tutorial video, we are going to talk about two of the most useful and important user preferences in Primavera. We will learn how to do the time unit formatting and the date formatting. The user preferences allow every user to decide how some of the data or some information is displayed or calculated. So these user preferences will be further discussed in the future tutorial videos. But again, for now, we will focus on the formatting of time units and the dates. So let's try to open one sample project here. Say for example, this project, sample project, City Center Office Building Edition. Right click and click open project, or again you can just type on your keyboard Control O. So here, so some of the features here is like this total float, and this Gantt chart here will be discussed in the next tutorial video. So let's just focus first on our topic. So here under the column of start and finish, you can see the dates and time here and also the duration. So this time units and dates formatting will be reflected here in the original duration, start date, and finish date. And some of the dates that may appear in your table here in the activities window. To decide whatever the format or whatever the display of the time and date, we will use or we will play around here in the user preferences option. Let's go here in the edit. So under the edit, we can see the user preferences. Click here. So here again, we are going to talk about the time units and the dates. So there are some other user preferences here. Let's go here first in time units. In time units, we can see three formatting. Number one is the units format. Second is the durations format. And lastly, we have the units time format. So in units format, some of the features that uses the units for this part, it will be reflected on those features. Like for example, here, you can see under the activities window, we have the status tab, and in status tab, we have the labor units. So this is one of the features that uses the units. So here under labor units, we have budgeted units, actual units, remaining units, at complete units. So again, some of these features like this one will be discussed in the future tutorial videos. If we format the unit of time here, let's say for example, we do this as week, it will be reflected here, and some of the features that uses the units of time. And if we close this one, close, it will be changed automatically to weeks from days. So we now have 5.4 weeks. Okay, let's go back to user preferences. Okay, in units format, it's better to change it to the default as days only, because we always use the days as the standard unit of time. And it is also advised that we put two decimals here, two here. Like for example, we have 5.06 days, and here when we change it to weeks, we have 5.40 weeks here. You can see it in the labor units. So it is advisable that we put two decimals as we can apply it for some detailed calculations. So again, let's change it back to days, and we put two decimals. If we close it again, it will be changed back to days. Next up in user preferences, time units, we have the durations format. Now this durations formatting will be reflected here in original duration, total float, and some other features here in our column that uses the durations. Okay, now it is advisable in durations format that we use also the day. So if we change it to week, this will be converted to weeks format. Okay, and again, it is also advisable that we do not use any decimals in terms of the duration. So we have a complete and exact whole durations. So let's try to change it to weeks here, and we close it. There you go, it will be changed to weeks. So change it back to days as we prefer the day format here, day, close. So there you go. And lastly, for the time units formatting, we have the units time format. We just have to pick one here. We can see this resource units time can be shown as a percentage or as a as units per duration. It is again advisable that we click here and show as units duration as 4 hours per day rather than the percentage. And also for units format and durations format, you can see this show unit label and the show duration level. It is advisable and it is very important that the show unit label and show duration label are always checked, as you can see or you will see immediately when there are non-round days for durations that have been created. So it is better to always check this show unit label and show duration label. So that is the time units formatting. Again, units format, durations format, and units per time format. Now for the dates formatting, here select dates tab. So in this dates tab or in the date formatting, this is where you decide if the time is to be displayed or how you want to display the time. We set the date format first here. The date format will reflect here in the start date, finish date, and some other features or columns or here in the details tab that uses the date format. Here, our standard or default date format is the day, month, and year. If you want to change it to month, day, year, just click here and close. So there you go. You can see here in start and finish dates, it is changed to month, day, and year. Same here under the status tab that uses the start date and finish dates. Let's go back to the user preferences and let's change back to our default date format to day, month, and year. Close it. So there you go. Now for the time format, I always use the 12-hour format, but some other strongly advise or recommend that the time is always displayed in 24-hour format. Here, this one. So I think this is because that the software will automatically often select the 00 as the first time when assigning days. But then again, I prefer the 12-hour format. This one. So you can see the sample here. And then we can see the options part here. In options part here, in date format, it is strongly advisable to always click this month name or to always show the month name on all the projects so there will be no confusion. The same with the leading zeros here. We prefer to always check these two boxes here. So this is how we format the dates. From date format, again, we prefer this one, day, month, and year, as you can see in the activities window. Also with the time, again, a lot of users prefer the 24-hour format as when they are creating new project schedules. Again, I just prefer the 12-hour format as long as we put the AM and PM here. So yeah, there you go.